Disclaimer, if you are triggered by divination, astrology, tarot, and worldly discussions, this channel is not for you. Please enjoy.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Wisdom and Light here, and I am back with another reading. Happy New Year to all of you. It's so surreal that we're in 2023, and right now I believe it is January 3rd that I am doing this reading for the collective, and we're going to be looking at predictions and what we can expect this year and major themes that are coming up. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Bianca and welcome to Wisdom and Light, where we do readings like this one, trending topic readings, and just whatever that's going on in the cosmos. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have been subscribed for a very long time, thank you so much. We are almost at 50K subscribers. So guys, I feel like this is going to be the year. And I'm so excited to just get to work. And let's just get into this reading. So I'm just going to be using the Light Seers Tarot to shuffle and to see what's going on collectively. And let me know if you guys would like the monthly horoscopes to come back. If you guys would like a very quick message for each zodiac sign, just let me know. And let's jump into the reading. So we're going to be looking at the energy for 2023 collectively. Rather than just looking at each country, I'm just going to go with what is coming to me and what I'm hearing, picking up on, and seeing clairvoyantly and clairaudiently. Remember that this is just a reading. You do not have to believe in anything that I say, okay? All of the disclaimers are in the description below, and it's also listed before the reading even starts. So just to give you guys some, heads up on what to expect and all of that. Let's jump on in it. How was your new year? How was your holiday season? Feel free to let me know. I normally do read the comments eventually. And let's get started. The Five of Cups shows up for 2023. This card, two cards fell. We're going to acknowledge them. The Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Swords. Okay. The Five of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. The Knight of Wands reverse. Oh. The Ten of Wands. Back of the deck energy. The back of the deck. The Eight of Cups. And then we also have the Ten of Swords. That's a backup message for the Eight of Pentacles. But the next card I have is also the Eight of Pentacles. So I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to put the Ten of Swords right here. Actually, I'm going to put it right here. Alrighty, so let's talk about the things that we can look forward to in 2023 as a whole, okay? Because by looking at these cards, I can already feel like, oh my God, girl, you got the Five of Cups, you got the Three of Swords, you got the Five of Pentacles, you got the Ten of Swords, you got the Eight of Cups, you got the Ten of Wands. I hope this is good news. And you guys know that on this channel, if you have been coming here for a long time, I always try to look for the positive in things, always. And I'm a Capricorn, so I can naturally be a little bit pessimistic. But for reading's sake, I do try to look at the light at the end of the tunnel. So let's focus at the light at the end of the tunnel. The good news that's showing up in 2023 that I'm seeing in this reading is that a lot of us are going to be overcoming our financial struggles in 2023. Why are we going to be overcoming financial struggles? This is because a lot of us are going to be, I want to say, challenged to evolve and challenged to do better. I feel that 2022 definitely highlighted everything that we need to work on, everything that we needed to release, and everything that we needed to let go of. So while people were starting new businesses, we had people that were also ending their businesses and going back to 9 to 5 or going back to the basics. So in 2023, there's going to be more of a balance with this is what didn't work, because 2022 actually showed where there was imbalance in our life, whether that be in your romantic, everyday rendezvous, or if it's in your career, or if it's in health. So whatever that came up in 2022, whether it could be good news or not so great news, you had to basically deal with it. You had to basically face it. Therefore, I do feel that in 2023, a lot of you guys are going to finally be making some decisions on what it is that you want to do, where you're going, or how you want this year to look. So that is the good news. But all of that happened and all of that got triggered because what I'm seeing in this reading is that there were things that took place in 2022 that shook you guys up. And now, 2023, we're going to be seeing more of those themes. We're going to be seeing more of out with the old and in with the new. We're going to be seeing more themes of out with the old and in with the new. So what does that mean for our economy? What does that mean for our society? It means that in 2023, we're going to be seeing a huge shift in things changing. But at the same time, these changes may make us a little bit weary or uncomfortable, or this is something that we've never seen before. Now, we are in the age of Aquarius. So if we get into the astrological side of things, we are more than likely going to see this shift and this change coming up probably around late February to early March. So get ready for technology to be more of a topic of discussion going forward. In 2022, we were introduced with metaverse, but that kind of fell through. And there were some negative things that did happen when metaverse was introduced to society. I told you guys when metaverse came out, I remember saying in the reading, watch how something positive can turn negative, because now you have someone committing crime in the metaverse and now they're going to go to metaverse prison. And literally people were getting assaulted through metaverse. That was actually something that was going on. I believe metaverse was introduced either 2022 or it was introduced in 2021. I forgot which year. But this is how society or people, the elite, whatever, they're trying to introduce this to be a normal thing. Now, with this, it's not going to be metaverse. It's going to be different forms of technology. So expect to see more discussions of artificial intelligence. Why do I say that? Because we have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, I focus on the Nine of Pentacles as a card of abundance, but next to it, we have the Three of Swords. So whatever that's coming in that costs a lot of money and is supposed to help, it's supposed to uplift and inspire. The Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles is actually talking about how all of these new things are being rolled out and they're being done prematurely. Even though this has been in the works for a very long time, there still needs to be some more research regarding it. So what you guys are going to be seeing from a more darker side of things is how what's being introduced to us, it wasn't really thought out, even though they thought that it was, or the government or society thought that we are ready for this. I feel that this needs to gradually be introduced to us as a society, but that's not what's going on. It's all about how are we going to make the money that we need to make? How are we going to bounce back from everything that happened in 2020? So this is kind of a desperation tactic. Like, you know what, we have to roll this out now because we can't afford this, but we can afford to have machines and things of that sort take over these mundane jobs. So even though the good news from what I'm picking up on right now is that a lot of us are going to be challenged to find different avenues of elevating and making money, and we're even going to go back into nature. That's also going to be a theme in 2022. 2023, excuse me, because I also see the Nine of Pentacles as abundance in all forms. It's a woman that's in the midst of a garden. So we're going to be seeing more farm work. We're going to be seeing more people getting into holistic healing. We're going to see more people getting into plant therapy. But the downside of that is we're also going to see an increase in mega corporations wanting to control nature and wanting to have a say on how things goes. So if you're a small farmer, if you're someone that works and owns your land, make sure you know your rights. And there's a theme of another thing that is coming through. We're going to be seeing how nature is going to be doing something else in 2023. And let's say you live in Miami, because this is actually something that's going on in Miami. Let's say you lived in Miami and you've always lived in a certain part that nobody really paid attention to. It's considered the hood. What you guys are going to be seeing is that all of the elite, the rich, we're living on the beach. Sea levels are rising. Global warming is a thing, and we're going to be hearing more about global warming in 2023. And because the sea levels are rising, storms and hurricanes can actually cause a lot of flooding in those rich established homes. So what do you think they're going to do? Well, that thing called gentrification. Isn't that what it's called, right? When they start to look in lower income neighborhoods, they kick everybody out by making things more expensive, by raising the rent, and they start rebuilding. Next thing you know, you see a Starbucks, you see all of this stuff that was not there before. Mind you, you didn't see all of those things before. And it's not to say that neighborhoods don't deserve to have a Starbucks or they don't deserve to have a Target or whatever the case may be. But it was never something they wanted to do. It was never something that the state wanted to do until their peers had to evacuate. And now they're closing in on these areas that people have been living in for a long time. So you're going to be seeing a lot of people moving, migrating. I heard the biggest migration. So this is something that's global. We're going to be seeing a lot of people move from one place to another because where they're at is no longer safe or the living conditions is not suitable. And this is going to cause a discussion surrounding nature, surrounding how we are taking care of our planet. It was discussed last year and it was highlighted last year, but it didn't stay a topic. It just didn't. So in maybe the first 6 months of this year, this is going to be something that we're going to be seeing. You're going to be seeing a lot of people having to leave. The Eight of Cups, the Ten of Swords, they have no choice but to move. The Ten of Wands, you're going to be seeing a lot of people traveling. The upside to 2023 is more people are going to be traveling. More people are going to want to be in nature. You may feel called to go walking through the forest. Be safe, okay? Because, there's bears and all types of shit going on, child. So be safe with that. But you're going to be seeing people walking through the beach, just walking outside to get some sun, walking outside to feel the air, to feel the plants. You're going to be seeing that a lot. I just can't help but see in this reading that these changes that are coming in, it's going to have a debate, and we're going to see people that are either pro nature or pro technology. So that's also going to be something that's showing up, okay? But so far, what I'm predicting for 2023, huge migration. A lot of people are going to be moving. You might even be considering moving. A lot of people are going to be moving or traveling. A lot of people are going to be in nature. A lot of people are going to want to get into holistic healing and holistic health. And all of this is great. And a lot of people are going to get very creative in how they generate income, and they're going to look into other avenues of making money. So I see a lot of us getting promotions. I see a lot of us graduating. I see a lot of us taking our success to the next level. So all of these things are amazing. This is nothing to be fearful of, because with the good, there's the not so good. So let's talk about the not so good that I mentioned throughout explaining this spread. The not so good is because there's going to be a huge focus on nature, you're going to see mega corporations wanting to capitalize on it. So again, if you own land, know your rights. There could even be something starting where you can't grow this, you can't produce this because the grocery stores and X, Y, and Z. Because people are waking up and saying we need to go back to the earth. We need to go back to creating our own produce. Let me tell you guys something. Okay? I'm of Haitian descent, and every year around the first week of January, like the first 3 days of January, we make our soup called soup jumu. The soup is our independence soup. So when we basically got our independence, the soup that we made we made it for those slave masters, and we were not allowed to eat the soup. We were not allowed to eat the soup. That soup was made for the slave master and their family, and we couldn't touch it. But Haitians were preparing it for their slave masters. When we regain our independence, because Haitians, because we are the way that we are, and it is what it is, gang, 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 because that's how we roll. We decided, oh, the soup that you told us that we couldn't have, we're going to make that our independent soup, and we're going to share that amongst each other. So traditionally, we make the soup and we share it with our neighbors. We exchange soups, or we give some to our friends. And it is believed that when we have the soup, we get good luck for the rest of the year as a Haitian. So had to just kind of throw that out there. But I had to give you guys the backstory so you understand why soup jumu is it's our way of celebrating our heritage, and it's our way of celebrating our independence as the first Black nation to accomplish this. And then it became a domino effect for other countries, other Black countries, to liberate themselves from slave owners. Now, my mother went to the store and she was telling me how the squash, the pumpkin that we used to make the soup back in the day, it was maybe $2 because nobody paid attention to that specific pumpkin, to that specific squash. But because social media don't know how to keep secrets and people just share everything, and it's a great thing because there's a pros and cons to sharing so much, they've caught on to it and they've raised the price for a half a piece of pumpkin for like $6 to $8. Once the first week of January is gone, they're going to mark the price back down to $1, $1.50. So now, because social media is aware of what we do as Haitians around January 1st to January 3rd, where we're eating soup and sharing it amongst each other, they're raising the price on that. So why am I bringing this up? Because you're going to be noticing that they're going to be raising the price on certain produce. It's already happening because we have an economic issue. We have a supply chain issue going on right now. You're going to be seeing more themes of that. So because of this, people are going to go back to planting their own produce, which is a good thing. All of this is positive, but the negative that's coming in that we do have to prepare for is there could be laws and stimulations saying, hey, you can't grow this, or you can't grow to this capacity. Because now the economy can start losing money. So another theme in 2023 is people are going to get creative, and they're going to go back to source, back to farmers markets, back to things that is giving back to the community rather than giving back to a dark hole, and we're not seeing where the money is going and how it's helping the community. Because right now, in the United States or wherever that you're from, there is a war going on between Russia and Ukraine. Like, that is something that's happening. And if you live in the United States, probably a lot of our taxes is going towards supplying and helping with that. I don't know, child, but it could be. Meanwhile, we have all of these issues here. So you're going to see a theme of every time we do our best to find a way and to make it work, you're going to see, let's try to put a price tag on it. Let's try to put a stamp on it. And people are going to fight back about this. People are going to say it's not fair. And that is something that I am seeing. So I needed to just use Haiti and the soup as an example in produce, because now I'm hearing all of my people were like, look, we're just going to plant our own shit if this is what you guys are going to do to exploit us celebrating our freedom. Or if it's not about you being Haitian, well, you know what? It's way too much money to be buying groceries nowadays, and you guys are taxing the shit out of it. So you know what? We're going to go to the farmer's market. We're going to give back to the community in that way. We're going to go back to even planting our own produce. We're going to learn how to work the land. We're going to get into it. And because we're going to see that shift happening amongst humanity, because this is also the year number 7. It's a very spiritual number. The number 7th major arcana card is the Chariot. So we are moving forward in a quick way. We are doing what we need to do. mega corporations and the government, they're also going to have to adjust to how we are migrating and moving away from the norm, because they're introducing us to things that we're not ready for, and we're going back to the things that we need to actually get back into. So don't be shocked. In the next few years, they're going to do their best to try to tax in the herbal industry, holistic healing. They already come after holistic doctors, and they have to run off to Honduras and go in hiding because they're healing and curing people. These discussions are going to be had. Now, Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, it rules aviation, travel. It can rule travel. It can rule air travel, technology, and stuff like that. So you're going to also see an improvement with cars. You're going to see an improvement with air travel. Air travel can be faster. Something can be introduced where we can travel from one place to the next quickly. We may even see in 2023 talks about more people going into space. We are in the age of Aquarius, so none of this is shocking to me the more that I sit in this energy and I see it. So these are the things that we can expect. If you live in the United States, there will be a discussion about the United States being in a recession. It's not being discussed, but that will be a theme that will be discussed, that will be talked about. Especially with the Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands reversed. The Knight of Wands reversed to me is doing things prematurely and not thinking through it. And then you have the Ten of Wands. A lot that we're building and healing from, a lot that we're carrying. Let me know if you guys are moving. Let me know if you guys are moving away. Let me know if you've been thinking about buying property and moving, because that is a huge theme in 2023. And if not moving, you're just thinking about traveling, or you're thinking about being in nature and going out more. So I know that in 2023, politics and the election can be something that is going to be discussed. So, in our country, in the United States, there's, our lovely politicians. Hi, so I forgot to add this part because I was channeling so much. But when it comes to politics, I want to probably do a separate reading regarding politics. But pay attention to Michelle Obama. Pay attention to her speaking out more. She kept popping up when I was shuffling the cards and looking at the politics. I think politics should be a separate reading that I have to do. But pay attention to her and her interviews if you care to. But something's coming up for her. And it feels good, and it feels like it will make news, whatever that it is. It doesn't feel bad, but I can't help but something about her. Queen of Swords, this is how she shows up. She's definitely a Queen of Swords. I resonate with that. She just popped up in this reading when it comes to politics. Okay, the Devil card. I feel like they want her to run, but she knows the evils of it, but they want her. People are saying, hey, you can do it. You can be able to break down this system and create something new. I don't feel like she wants to do that, but she is being approached, so she might talk about it. This is going to be more in my political reading. There's an indecision of making this choice. Yeah. I don't know, guys. Pay attention to that, okay? Yeah, there's a migration that's coming. It could be coming towards Canada, and it also be coming towards the United States. And it's also happening in other parts of the world where huge groups of people are moving to other places. And this can kind of disturb their economic system. This can kind of disturb their flow of things. There's something coming up in Mexico as well. I'm not sure why I saw Mexico. There's something coming up in Mexico. I'm seeing a migration is happening. It could be because wherever that they're living is no longer safe for them to be there. Okay. So show me politics in 2023. Ace of Swords. So yes, convincing us that we need to vote, convincing us that, hey, this is what we need to do. That is going to be a discussion. I feel like I should do a separate reading for the election that is coming up. Is it coming up this year, or is it going to be next year? But that's going to be discussed, but that's looking towards the end of like the fall season onward. I've been picking up more on the summertime, like the first 6 months of this year. So this feels more like a 6-month energy transit that I am seeing. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say this in the beginning of the reading. I am not messaging anyone personally to receive a service from me. Please be mindful of scammers pretending to be me and leaving weird ass comments and talking about how I'm doing X, Y, and Z. If you would like to purchase a personal reading with me, you do have to go into the description box, which is linked down below, and all of my information, my website, my booking system, everything is there. Okay, so just please don't get scammed. We are in 2023. Please pay attention. Please ask questions. Don't just give somebody your money, okay? You can only send me an email and go through my website to communicate with me. All of my social medias and everything to get in contact with me is in the description box, nowhere else. I will never comment you and go out of my way to message you about shit. Okay? Never. That will never be me. I will never do that. Okay? Stay woke. Something's going to be happening with the water supply. There's something going on with the water. Something's going on with the water supply. Our water supply is going to be shifting and changing as well. I'm encouraging all of you to get water filters in your shower if you don't already have it. If you have one, you need to change the filter. A lot of us haven't done that yet. New year, change the filter. A lot of us are going to be getting into filtered water. A lot of us have to work on conserving water. There could be a water drought that's coming up. Like you would think because of global warming and because, you know, we're literally fucking up the North and the South Pole, the water is melting, so that's creating more water in the ocean. But as a matter of fact, that water, some of it could actually get contaminated a little bit, where you can't really drink it, it's not consumable, and it has to go through this process that takes a long time. Something's coming up with the water. So I encourage all of you to look into getting some form of filters to filter out your own water. Get those filter systems before they start marking and raising up the price on it, because they will. Okay? So start looking into, even looking in smaller brands that sell water, clean water. Look into all of that now. Okay? Make that something that you do in 2023 so you're prepared. Okay, so what else is showing up for humanity as a whole? Queen of Swords. This is that energy again of getting back to the basics. The Devil card. I see that as a Capricorn card. So we're going to be we're going to be seeing a lot of old structures breaking down, old structures coming to an end, and new ways of living being introduced. So again, expect technology to improve, expect a lot of things to get more advanced, but some of us may not be ready for it. Because even though it seems like a great thing that technology is going to be helping us more, we also have shown that we're very dependent on it. And we've also shown that they're more than likely trying to replace manual labor with robotic assistance. So this is what I'm talking about. Even though there's a positive, there's also a negative with things. So we're going to be seeing a lot of division in society regarding that. Now, when it comes to humans and what we can expect with making connections with one another, there's going to be a lot of people getting married in 2023. A lot of people getting engaged or married or actually in the process of finding their person. A lot of people are moving, and as they move, they're going to be finding their person. They're going to be settling and nesting with someone that they truly care about. The Sun card. Yes, there's going to be a lot of marriages in 2023. And there could also be another baby boom that's coming up. I think it happened in 2020, the 2020 babies. There's going to be another baby boom that's also showing up. Also, another thing that I'm predicting, there's something coming up with, there's like another flu or another like disease that's popping up. Now, this doesn't feel like COVID, so I'm not trying to scare anybody, but this feels like something going on with our digestive system, something that we're drinking, something that we're ingesting. This could be the water is contaminated and now people are getting sick with like maybe throwing up or having to use the restroom over and over and over. So I encourage all of you to please build up your immune systems and please drink filtered water. It feels like if you were to go to another country, And they tell you to drink the bottle. They tell you to drink the bottled water because you may not be used to the water in this country. So just be sure to drink bottled water. And if you don't, you can get sick, right? That's the vibe that I'm getting, where it's that type of, sickness. Nothing you can die from, but just make sure that you are drinking clean water and you're building up your immune system to fight whatever that is. With the Mercury retrograde that literally took place December 29th, I believe, and it's going to be ending January 18th, it's no shocker that communication, the planet Mercury that rules communication, that's moving backwards in the sky, making us go back to things that we were running from or things that we need to focus on. So remember, nature and the economy and all of that stuff. I talked about this in the last world prediction reading, and it seems like because that was pushed to the side because other things were going on, that's going to show up again and be brought up to the surface. I wouldn't be shocked if Mercury retrograde did that. And the Mercury retrograde is in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn does break down, it does talk about major traditional systems, and we are in the age of Aquarius, or it's about to be that. And that's all going to be breaking down. So we're going to be revisiting those conversations, okay? We're going to be seeing that. There's a lot of things to look forward to. I see us getting back into nature. I see us advocating about protecting nature, protecting the trees, protecting our forests, learning how to coexist. Because I remember my father, he told me the only living mammal on this earth that does not know how to live with nature are humans. Some of us do, but we tend to destroy the ecosystem because we're building things nonstop, and we're not caring about the air quality and everything. When we had that shutdown back in 2020 because of the virus, notice how nature was thriving when all of us were in the house. Notice how animals were coming out. Dolphins were returning. Is it Florence? That dolphins were showing back up in Italy. I heard more birds than I ever could imagine. So nature can thrive without humans fucking it up. So we have to learn to live with nature, but we're going to see an increase in technology wanting to diminish that. We're going to see more people getting married, more people falling in love, more commitments. That's a good thing. So this is going to be a huge awakening for society as a whole. If you didn't see it before, you're going to see it now. All of us are going to be seeing the lies that we're told, and we're going to be debunking it. We're going to be seeing things for what it is. So when it comes to 2023, it feels like it's going to be a very strange year. A lot of things are going to be introduced to us that makes absolutely no sense, or it does make sense, but it ends up affecting a lot of people. So let's say you do have a job where a robot can do it, right? Let's say you have a job like that. I feel that you're already thinking about what you can do to get out of that, because a lot of you guys are not even happy in those positions anyway, if you're in that position, right? A lot of you are going to be focusing on what can I do to evolve? What can I do to elevate? Because this is no longer working for me. So a lot of us are going to be leveling up, migrating, and moving forward in our own way. The weather is going to be very strange this year as well. That's a given. And again, we're going to be talking about global warming. So these are my predictions for the next 6 months. Now, when it comes to celebrities and things that we're going to be seeing, I mean, that's a given. We're going to be seeing some shit, obviously. But we're going to be seeing a huge focus on our leaders that rule technology. So the Elon Musk of the world, the Mark Zuckerbergs, all of them. We're going to be seeing drama and controversy happening amongst them. We're going to be seeing political hoopla. I feel like that should be a separate reading. So we're going to be seeing like rich people fuss and tussle about shit. Meanwhile, we have to do better with protecting and preserving our planet that we live on. So that is my 6-month transit world prediction readings, and I will definitely do another one when August hits. But this is going to be the first 6 months. But I encourage all of you guys to travel. I encourage all of you guys to make that decision, make that move, elevate. This is the year to do that. And while you're doing that, all of these things are going to be a topic of discussion. Get back to learning about nature and holistic healing and all of that good stuff. So even though all of that was discussed, there's still something to look forward to. I do feel that this year is going to be the year of a lot of things getting exposed. One more thing before I go, because I just got this download. Missing people are going to start reappearing and telling their stories. Missing people are going to start reappearing and telling their stories. And on this channel, we might do more true crime mystery readings. We may, because I feel like unsolved mysteries are going to no longer be a mystery anymore. And again, missing people will mysteriously start reappearing and telling their stories. It's going to be a very interesting year. When it comes to other life and other planets and whatever, I feel like they're gonna, I'm not feeling that as of right now. I already said that in 2022, so I wouldn't be shocked if that happens again. But nature is going to be what we're paying attention to and all of that good stuff. All right, had to get that download out of the way before I lose that, because I received them and then they leave just as much as they come. So I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your input. Once again, I think I already said that, but yeah. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Mwah. Happy New Year.